Looking around the battle scene, bodies lay scattered on the ground surrounding me. I can hardly see. Smoke blinds my eyes. I want this battle to end.
The point of war, the point of war is not to die for your country, but to make the enemy die for his.
We shot with a fire and ice fairy. The entire enemy group was iced. They thawed fast, too fast. The leader of the enemies came flying out of nowhere and tried to spike me. My teammate held him off while I tried to free my war animals, but another one came out of nowhere. I was trapped. I had nowhere to go. I nearly died. I finally got free. Then 2 war animals pined me on a spike. I was so close to death, but don't worry, I made it out alive. When I got free, the entire enemy group charged me. My war animals helped me, but it wasn't enough. I needed more help, so I called for backup. They sent a tamer and a chopper. Well, the chopper was coming, I held them off. It was hard. The leader of the enemy group had a 2-handed long sword, a mushroom hat for strength and dragon wings for damage. By his side stood a man with a recurve bow, angel wings and an arrow stabbed in his hat. Backup finally made it, and together we fought them. I fought the leader. Well, my teammate fought second in command. He span his circles a lot. I wonder how dizzy he got. My teammate iced the enemy leader with his war animals. Then he set him ablaze. It was horrible. So many screams on the battlefield that night. And he was still alive after all of that. Was he half bear? That night I lost not only 3 gallons of blood, but one of my 9 lives. When I came back, I spawned in an owl's nest. He was mad about that, so I killed him. I wasn't prepared for what was about to happen next. I was trapped again. I lost another life, that leaves 7 left, but he lost a life too. This time when I came back, I browed a battle lynx and fire angel. I was ready for war. And then I lost another life. This next time I was ready for war. I got a katana, Seri spider and fire angel. I think he was sleepwalking. He was dead meat. I got some upgrades with the money I looted from his camp. Later that day I saw a stalker. He was wearing a dark cloak and he only had one eye. Later that day I got a war horse and fire angel. I saw one of the enemies. I chased him on my horse. And I killed the leader again. I tracked the rest of the enemy group down and we fought again. It was 1 versus 2. I had little chance in winning, but I wanted to claim my victory. There he stood. My teammate was watching from a safe distance, waiting for the right time to strike the enemy with 2 war angels. I retreated. I needed to let my animals heal. Then I charged. Using all my horse's energy, my fire angel threw a big fire blast at the enemy. It was terrifying fire light the night, and the scent of blood was everywhere. My horse was nearly dead, so we retreated to safety. When my teammate shot me with his angel's healing blast, my horse was doing very well after that. Then we were ready for war. It was a bloodbath. There was no good or bad. It was just fire versus water and us versus them. When you decide that you want to survive, if they have a weapon, they are going to die. I glanced at the ground and I saw nothing but blood. I heard this sound almost as if crying from in the bushes, but it was just in my head. There was a 1-man army standing in the middle of the battlefield. He died quickly by second in command on the enemy side. There was drops of blood falling from our faces. It was miserable out there that day. One of the enemies tried to spike me. I made it out alive, thankfully.
It was so bright that morning, so much snow laying on the ground, reflecting the sunlight in my eyes. It was hard to see the enemies. We both wanted to win, and we both were willing to kill for victory. I wish this war never started. It did nobody any favors. My hands got numb and I couldn't feel anything. The point of war is not to die for your country, but to make the enemy die for his.
Just 1 hour ago we were in snow, and now a desert. It all feels so strange.
One had a stone spear, and by his side stood a man with a two-handed long sword, and he was wearing a turban. We sliced each other so much, our swords were covered in blood, but neither of us were dying. I looked around me, and there was nothing but death. The bushes had no life left in them, no sign of living animals, and soon there was going to be one of us laying on that sand. When we deployed there, I got a call that one of my troops were down, so I ran as fast as I could, but I was too slow. One of my troops died. And finally, we won the war.
Yay!
Finally, there was peace and quiet. There were birds singing and the beautiful nature.
I wish that Tamarin land would never have a war again.
Poof, your wish is granted.
crying, I bet.